Welcome to Brave Healer Productions. It's time to experience what's possible. So, what if there's something you haven't learned yet that could change everything? Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions Publishing, where we are helping the world experience what's possible. And here today to help me with that mission is Susan Mahaffey. Welcome, Susan. What's happening?
Hi, Laura.
So, you guys, Susan is leading one of our expert collaborative book projects, and it's called When People Rise: HR Secrets for Small Business Growth, Success, and Legacy. And let me just tell you a little bit about Susan, and we're going to learn more about her past this even in a minute. Susan is the founder and president of People Rise. She's an HR consultant and executive coach with 20 plus years of experience helping business owners and leaders create workplaces where people thrive and results follow. So, Susan, give me a little of your why behind the woman and the book we're about to create, When People Rise.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. I mean, my big why is around really my background, how I grew up. So my parents came from Hungary, communist Hungary, in 1978, and ever since then, it has been a just a road of resilience, and that's also part of my story. And now, as a mom, I have an 11-year-old. I am looking to replicate similar. And one of the things that I wrote about in my upcoming chapter that's also coming out in another one of your amazing books that you've published with Alice Ann is we're talking about the impact that having great leaders has on each of us individually and in the workplace. And I saw that come from my dad. And that was a really important piece for me to kind of put out in the world. And so I watched my parents and what they've done and decided I need to be part of putting that back into the world and kind of giving it forward too.
Okay, so I love that. What a cool little origin story of why. When People Rise. Okay, that's our main title of this book,
Mhm.
and you're dreaming this up to have a certain collection of experts. And tell us who you're looking for and how you're crafting this in your mind in terms of being this ultimate toolkit about HR.
Yeah. So there's so many things. I get so excited about it, right? There's three types of folks I'm looking for. So there are the HR professionals who are trusted voices. These are folks who have really made it their mission and goal, similar to mine, where they recognize that workplaces are where we get so much of our passion gets to come out, and it helps us be the best versions of ourselves. And it's your calling in so many ways, right? And so I've come across some incredible HR folks, and I know there's more out there. And I'm looking to curate some trusted voices who can also provide their story. How did they get into HR? What's motivated them? What have they come across in those hard moments? And what can they share back to our readers? Then I'm also looking for people partners, as I call them. These are the folks who are subject matter experts who do everything from employment law, benefits, safety, of financial planning as well being. These are folks who HR folks couldn't do it all. We can't do it all, and so we lean on these subject matter experts because they help us bring other tools to the workplace, and those help our people thrive. And the third group of people I'm looking for actually small business and other small, mid-size, even large business owners, people who have been part of larger organizations. Usually we all have a story of how we have gone on some journey and it's not always looked linear, right? And those are folks who are exactly what I'm talking about when people rise, which is you have helped others rise, right? You have helped others see what they're capable of. And especially in the small business setting, the essence of your business is your people. And so your yes, your business is built on that. 70% of what your business can profit from, can grow from, is around people. It's not sales or strategy. It's how well are you managing your people. And that's not my factoid. That's a real one. And so what I'm trying to get people to see and imagine is how can you hear from these amazing storytellers and voices and bring just these little nuggets of inspiration that also can give you some aha moments that you can share with others and can really make a difference in just, reading one chapter at a time.
All right, you guys. So this is partially my why too for the expert collaborations is, in the beginning of this, I knew that um, everybody's story was necessary. Like we need all of your unique stories, unique, vulnerable, real stories. And so these books are full of these kinds of healing moments is how I feel they are. So that's one part of this book. But the other why piece was like, not one tool works every single time, and or we need all the tools. Like Susan said, we're experts in this place, but we need to pull in these other kinds of experts to help. This is a big, big topic. And so when we publish an expert collaboration, we are looking for the ultimate toolkit for you. Wouldn't it be cool to have a whole book full of master teachers and coaches that can teach you their golden nugget, right? So that's a little bit of my why. And all of our books have been that. And I'm so excited to do this particular topic with you. This is cool. This is exciting to me. You helped me bust through a misconception that a small business with a very small team doesn't need HR. That was my thoughts. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, Laura, you're spot on. So most business owners think, I don't need HR, I'm not large enough. Well, actually, that's why People Rise exists. We help business owners at every stage of where they are. So we help you when you're maybe a solopreneur, you're thinking about hiring someone, maybe you have contractors working for you. You are still a leader of other people and you still need other tools and resources. So, we start there. And if you have ambitions to continue to grow, and that includes adding to your business, having employees, well, we're going to be here for you too. And there's a lot of, and I'm going to use the word compliance because it is a reality. Once you hire one person, the game changes. And so that's where we want to be your resource and we want to make sure you get good information in a digestible way. And I sometimes want to be like a background app, right? I want you to be having a place where you can get some good information. People Google and chat GPT HR problems all the time. I get it. But what I really want you to do is to feel like if I have that, even just that small question, or I'm not sure, there's a place where you can go where you can get some trusted advice. And that's what we do here. And that's also been part of my kind of goal and my why is to get people to realize you don't have to be the Ubers who waited to 350 people before they got some HR help. If you get that big, we'll help you find that person too. But once you start growing, moving beyond just being by yourself, we should be having a conversation. And again, we want to be the HR people you want to call. That's what I built my reputation on. When you get off the phone with me, you're like, okay, I feel much better, and now I have a plan forward.
Okay, so a minute ago you laid down that stat and you're like, this isn't mine. This is like a real thing. Like, it's the people, y'all. It's not the strategy, it's the people. And if you can
Yes.
pour into the people, that is where the foundation of your bigger success is going to come from. And I 100% agree. It always makes me a little nervous as a CEO, like, oh my God, am I doing that right? I know I'm making mistakes. I hope these people stick with me, these good people, that I brought onto my team. um what else, like what's the most important thing you hope to teach the world about that here? Can you sum it up? I know there's a
Mhm.
lot, but
Well, Laura, you said yourself, right? We're all inherently hoping we're doing a good job. And what I'm trying to do is reinforce you're doing a great job. And we're all still lifelong learners. I'm learning, you're learning, we're all learning. And imagine being able to be part of a community where we're still continuing to do it. And a lot of times I'm saying to folks, trust yourself. Trust yourself. You're here and you have great people already you're surrounding yourself with. Let's get another great person to interact with you and get to know you and help you with that other, again, nugget of information. And so not only do I see this book being that kind of resource, there's nothing else like this out there, especially when adult learners, they want to hear stories. They want to hear something and be emotionally connected to you. And that's when they feel moved by that, that also helps make that move to say, oh, you know what? I should try that. And so, my message is you're doing a great job and just keep on, keep on. And people want to see their leaders also continuing to learn alongside them. That's the magic.
Yes, lifelong learner here. So you heard me say a little bit about it a minute ago, but when you're coming into a project like this, maybe you're being published for the first time ever, we
Mhm.
know you have a contribution. We know that that is exciting to you. This little bit of purpose-driven fear you probably have about being published in a book with your topic of expertise, but this is an incredible opportunity for our authors to share those stories and then teach a piece of those master teachings. Y'all have been around a minute and you have experience, and we want to bring some of that in a very practical way to the readers of the book. So each of our authors will be sharing those kinds of things in this particular book, right? When People Rise. So what do you want to leave people with today, Susan, about this? Like, what's on your heart and mind in terms of helping them into your world to help you with this amazing project?
Oh, so many things that come to mind because, as you said, it's on my heart and my mind. And I think this is an opportunity to share in a way that can also feel meaning for you, but also to the person you're reaching. I was just watched something the other day where people are still either not feeling okay or they're feeling lonely. People are still we're still dealing with some stuff, right? Geopolitical and otherwise. And I think what this book can do is inspire. It can also say to folks, whether you're an HR department of one or a small business owner, or no matter who you are, there is something in here for you. And this group of authors, I have no doubt, are going to be a collection of people who share the same value systems, who know the hard work ethic. And when people rise, is you're going to rise. You're going to keep working. These are folks who know that they're going to get there and have one way or the other. And when we get knocked down, we keep going. And that is something that can inspire others that it's hard. There's hard days in HR. There's hard days when you're leading people. It can be lonely at the top. It's okay. There's other people here to root you on and let you know, don't worry, I got you. Here's a little something. So that's kind of what's on my mind on that, Laura.
I love that so much. Thank you for partnering with me for this project. Thank you for what you do in the world. And I'm very excited to move forward with you on this one. You guys, books are a legacy business, and yours is part of ours. So yours matters to us. The Brave Healer community is a generous space for our listeners, our readers, but it's also a place to find opportunities to shout out who you are and what you do in the world in a bigger way, to leave that legacy. So if this topic of HR resonates with you, some of the things Susan is talking about today is getting you a little excited, and you know that you have that perfect contribution to this project, connect with us, okay? I've got Susan's link down below in the description under the video, and we can't wait to chat with you about this one. So, lastly, today, everyone, remember your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. It is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.